Okay, you guys, welcome tonight to our Executive Class 2.0. We are heading into week 4 of the ISA Life Success Action Plan. It was a great week, you guys, with salted caramel. It was a really exciting week, and we had free shipping this week, so I'm excited to hear some wins and some frustrations. I know that it wasn't, I have a frustration that I'm going to share, but so you guys, super excited for our call coming next week. I want to make sure I say this because I'm going to let Erika hop on here in just a minute. We're so excited to have Erika Rothenberger with us tonight. So blessed, you guys. She's going to pour into us. So next week, you guys, is focusing on retention and rank advancing with Tanis Heron. And if you went to Celebration, we had the opportunity to hear her speak, and just awesome authenticity. So I'm excited to hear the call this week with her. So make sure you guys are plugging into that tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. But I want to hear about everybody's week. So is anybody feeling brave tonight? Anybody want to talk about wins, frustrations, or what was your takeaway from the call this week with Michelle on events? It was an awesome call. I'll share mine, but does anybody want to go first?
I'll share. I got a second.
Okay. Hi, Sarah.
I have a win to share.
Yeah.
So kind of a double win, because something is hard for me is sometimes sharing with people I work with, because I don't want to seem like I'm pushing something on them. But this past week was our first week back to school as teachers, and our ASD teachers are short-staffed right now and had not had a lunch in 2 days. And so I found that out, and I said, well, pick a flavor. I'm bringing you a shake. And literally just told them they don't have a choice. I'm bringing it for them. They can drink it or they cannot drink it. It's their choice.
Yeah.
And both of them absolutely loved it. And one of them was like, can I talk to you on Monday about this? That was so good. And if I could just do that for lunch, I wouldn't be starving every day. So she loved it. And then one of my paras, I was cleansing last week too. And one of my paras, I started talking to her. I'm like, it'd be so fun if we did like a Biggest Loser type of thing, but we weren't focusing on weight. It was maybe we were losing inches, because I joked, I'm like, I'd lose if it was all about weight, because I really don't have weight to lose. And she laughed, and she actually was just talking to her husband tonight, and she's like, I think I want to get like a huge big weight loss because I want to make moves. So we're talking tomorrow as well.
That is
She
awesome.
wants to sign up. So
Good for you.
lots of sharing.
I love that. Way to get your brave out, girl. That's awesome.
Yeah.
People need to eat. Everybody
Yes,
eats.
they do.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else?
I'll go.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, I've been kind of MIA the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty busy getting a senior back in school and a sophomore in college going back, and a few things going on in my life too. So things life kind of got in the way, but that's a good thing about Isagenix is you can come right back. Couple wins for me. Mandy Smith and I were doing a specific challenge. Not supported by Isagenix, but the Opie's 5-day challenge. And I lost another 8 pounds doing that, and 11 inches, I believe. So continuing the trek forward. Also, during this time, I've got 3 people that are that close to coming on. I need to get Beth Ann in contact with them. One's a husband-wife, and then another one is just an old friend. That has seen my results. So hopefully this week I can get at least one of the 3, if not all 3, coming on board.
That's incredible.
And the biggest news personally for me that I've been busy with is, as of Friday, you are looking at the new engineering manager for Bell's Brewery.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I start October 7th. This is my first date.
That's awesome. You're just making strides all around, Mike. And if you guys don't know Mike is 100-pound club, man. Mike, can you tell us how much progress have you made since you started?
I'm really close to 80 pounds. If you round up, I'm at 80 pounds.
You're amazing.
So it's getting tougher now, though.
So incredible. Way to go, Mike. Awesome.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I can go.
Hey.
For one, I feel like we need a party when Mike and Mandy both hit that 100-pound club, like a personal party besides the celebration stage. I'm like, that's awesome. But I wanted to share my takeaways from that ISO Life call, because that was awesome. And I feel like my events are changed. Like, I'm not doing events the same at all. And so I just loved that she shared about what really struck me was how she says, I don't want to be here. I would rather be home with my babies, but that's why I do this. Like, sharing, I don't know what her exact words, but like basically sharing that, like, I just worked all day. I don't want to come here, but I want to share this with you guys because that's what I want. You know, that's my goal.
Mm-hmm.
And so speaking from your heart, especially, we speak from our hearts, but we also, like, I've been sharing my story and then doing a presentation. So people are kind of like there's not that conversing happening right now. And so I loved that she was talking about just having conversations and then having them try shake samples and just making it very open. And we've been shifting towards that, but I definitely liked that. And Abby actually did one. I'm going to celebrate her too, because she did one this weekend that was just like a wine and wellness. We just sat and drank wine and just talked. We didn't do any presentation. We had food there, but it was awesome. And I felt like it was so much more relaxed and so much easier to prep for too. Like, I didn't prep, but she did, but I just felt for her because I was like, this is so much easier. We don't have to do a presentation or anything like that. And so I really liked that. And then, I don't think I have any frustrations this week. My time going back to work has been hard, not being able to be on my phone with 4 kids all day. Like, I can work with kids, I can't work at work. So it's like,
Right.
being selective and productive in the time that I do have. That's been a big shift. And then I really liked our power hour too that we did. I feel like I've got a lot of takeaways from that on Saturday and ready to put them into action and really change the way that I'm building.
Awesome. Thank you, girl. All right. We got time for one more. Anybody?
I'll share real
I'll
quick.
go.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go. I was going to say one sentence. I'll make it brief. Releasing expectation. When I say like a frustration, like I'm working on really releasing expectation. That's a hard thing for me, expecting certain things out of people, whatever. So that I wanted to share.
That's liberating, Stephanie. Like, it feels good to release all expectation. Love it. It's good. Go ahead, Diane. I heard you.
Yeah, I would agree with Stephanie on that for sure. Just to kind of dovetail from Amanda with the takeaway from the call was to also, I mean, the starting with the why really resonated with me too, because again, you want people to relate to you, and most people can relate to any of our whys, right? I mean, most. And so the other thing though that resonated with me too with events, and Amanda kind of alluded to this and how they changed things up a little bit, is to keep it simple though, because right, people got to be able to see that, oh, I can do that. I can do that. If we do this great big thing, then it's a little intimidating, right? And what we do isn't intimidating, and it shouldn't be intimidating. So just to keep it simple is huge, and that really resonated with me. So I had a belly to belly on Saturday, and she signed up today, and she's all about the business, and she's super, super excited. So that's awesome. And my cousin Chris is on this executive call for the first time today. So that's exciting.
Hey, Chris. Love it. Thank you, Diane. All right, you guys, I just wanted to piggyback off of Amanda and Diane. The call was amazing about events. And my biggest takeaway was, really sharing your goal with those people in the room. Because oftentimes, and she said, even if you're not there, share your goal. So my goal is to, and these are not necessarily my goals, but my goal is to retire from the corporate world, or my goal is to stay home with my kids, or my goal is to put my kids into private school, or my goal is to pay off my $70,000 in debt. And so by really sharing your goal of what you're going to do with this amazing company, with those people, you catch their engagement, you catch their attention, and they're more in tune with you. And it's ultimately just the respect that they have for you as a person. Thank you for coming, and you put it all on the table. Like, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. And then they listen to you. They're in tune with you. They respect you. They came to your house, and so now that they understand why you're doing this, and you've given them your authentic self, they're going to be more open to learning about the products. And she said that even if they don't want to learn about the products, they're going to be there to support you, which I just love that, and oftentimes, we're hesitant to share maybe about the opportunity because we haven't had as much success as we think we should have had. And, that's not the case at all. Like, I'm going to do this I'm excited to share with you tonight because this company is going to bring me home to my kids. And boom, you got people's attention. It's so amazing. So that was my biggest takeaway, is just being raw, real, honest, authentic, and people are going to respect what you're doing. You know, they really do. And they're going to be able to relate to you because they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that you're getting rid of debt, or you want to get home to your kids, or you want to retire from your job because you hate it. And that's okay. You know, I mean, that's just, they're going to feel that authenticity. But you guys, I am so excited to bring on Erika Rothenberger. She's going to share with us. Erika is a 4-star Golden Circle 4-star Crystal Executive. She is a beautiful mommy and wife of Adeline, who's 2, I believe, and Drew, who's 5. She's also got an incredible corporate job, you guys, working for a gas utilities company. I think you're a property or some kind of a manager. I'm not sure, but you can fill us in. You know, but just absolutely incredible, you guys. She was #1 leader in action for May of 2019. #9 leader, you guys, going to Grand Cayman in October. I mean, the list goes on and on. She's absolutely incredible, an incredible leader. And I have the privilege of talking to her every single day. We're in this thread together and we just like go on and on. And it's just, she's such a blessing to so many. And Erika, I'm going to turn it over to you and you can kind of share your story and talk to us about what's on your heart this evening. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I feel so lucky to be on this call. And I just want to thank all of you, because all of you, I know what Sunday nights are like. I have 2 kids that literally, you probably saw my little son's face, like step in here. It's hard. It's hard to get on these calls. It's hard to make the time. We can make a gazillion excuses of why you can't be on tonight. You're not feeling good. Lunches need to be packed for school tomorrow. I get it. But you decided to show up. And I love that, because I think there's nothing better than bringing your face, bringing your time, bringing your energy to everyone else, because we all do this as a team, right? And if we're not all in this together and we're not showing up all of the time, and let me tell you, there's always something that is going to come up, some extenuating circumstance. I'm not talking about those times. I'm talking about you're showing up 90% of the time because you can be there and you're not making an excuse to stop you. So thank you for all being here. Thank you for all being present. So just to back up a little, thank you so much for the introduction, but just to back up a little bit, and I'm just going to whiz you through this in hopefully about 90 seconds. So I'm originally from Plymouth, Massachusetts. I went to school at Villanova University, go Wildcats, and got my degree in civil engineering. I graduated from there, went back and got my MBA. I've always been in the construction industry. So interesting enough, I wear a hard hat and steel-toe boots many, many days. And other days I'm sitting around a board table negotiating deals. I'm the director of gas distribution for a large utility company, contracting company. So I oversee gas distribution from Washington, D.C. to northern Pennsylvania, all the way out to State College, about 400 boots on the ground every day. It's an intense job. Probably about, 50, 60 hours a week with a lot of things going on, as you can imagine, especially when it comes to safety. In the meantime, let's fast forward, had 2 kids, got married, was following up the ranks and always pictured myself in the corner office in corporate America. This is what I'm going to be doing. No doubt about it. I am going to be the VP of this company one day, right? Well, I had 2 kids and I was pregnant with my daughter, and I was watching one of my girlfriends, and she was a math major with me, this, that, and the other. And I was like, what the heck is she doing? She was selling skincare products, and she was online, and she was posting all these before and afters, and I was like, okay, she's either like falling off the deep end or she's on to something. So I was one of those stalkers, right? And I'm sure a lot of you, anyone openly admit they were a stalker for a while before they jumped on? Okay, thank you for a couple hands for being honest, because I know I was. And I just kept watching. I was like, what is she doing? Long story short, I started looking into, because I was like, that is not me. I'm not into network marketing. Jumped on board. I was actually involved with another company, a premium skincare company, R&F, and was with them for about 18 months, right? And was like, this is brilliant. This is such a brilliant model. And I just saw something. I just had this why. And we talked about, I heard everyone talk about their whys before. What I want to remind all of you is that everyone says you need this, like, I always worry, like, I need this deep, dark, scary, very like why. It doesn't have to always be that way, guys. You can just have a why. It can be simple. But as long as it's a burning desire that's going to make you get up every day and work this business, whatever that why is, it's okay. Don't feel it needs to be justified with some grandiose something about it. The fact that you're on here, your why is big enough in my mind that you want to make this business work. So give yourself grace there. So anyways, I joined that company and I was doing the do. I was showing up every day. I was like, this is a great business model. But you know what I figured out, guys? At that time, I was not plugged in to the right company. I wasn't plugged into the right company from a passion standpoint. I mean, let's face it, we all like decent skin, but I wasn't passionate about skincare. The people and the leaders that I was following and part of were great, but they weren't the people that I knew I needed to connect myself with, right? And then also, we can't be afraid to talk about profitability. We can't be afraid to talk that there's some companies that are better out there than others when it comes from being able to make a sustainable income. And we cannot be afraid to talk about the big, scary M word, money, with people and with our prospects. I think so many people are so scared to talk about that and bring that up. We got to be able to talk to people about that in a gracious and an appropriate way. But guys, we are in this to also be able to provide whatever that why is. And whether that's your car payment, whether that's your mortgage payment, whether that's, being able to donate $1 million a year to your favorite charity. I don't care what it is, but we can't be afraid to talk about that. So, one of the items that we talked about this evening a little bit is consistency. So people will ask me, you're really busy. So my husband works full-time. He travels all the time. We own a bunch of real estate properties we manage. I used to own a gym. I go to the gym. I have a lot of balls up in the air. Obviously 2 kids, young, and it's hard. It's hard to fit it in. And believe me, I can make excuses all of the time not to do it. But let's think about it. If any of you, just think about one of your biggest accomplishments, whatever that accomplishment was. Maybe there's someone on this that's written a book. Maybe someone's listening on this that ran a 5K. Maybe someone's on this that has ran a marathon. Maybe someone here went out and decided to get a new job. Whatever it is, you guys have all done some really, really tough things, right? But what did it come down to? It wasn't just one day you woke up and said, hey, I'm going to run a marathon tomorrow. I'm going to go out and run 26.2 miles. Or I'm going to run a 5K and I have never run a mile in my life. It's consistency. It's why there's plans out there on how to run that marathon. And if you go out and you try to sprint it or you try to figure out how to do that overnight, you are going to hurt yourself, you're going to throw in the towel, and you're going to say this doesn't work. But you showing up every day and putting the quality into it versus quantity is 99% of it. So what I always say to people, I don't have a lot of time to do this business. And I don't say this to brag or boast, but right now I'm the #1 leader in action from the beginning of the year to now, trying to go for that Whistler trip, right? And I may not stay #1. I may fall to number 10. I don't know where I'll end up. But what I will say is that every day I'm willing to do the do. And it's not because all of a sudden, that I was, making $1 gazillion month 1, right? A lot of us look at the paychecks those first couple of months. We're like, is this worth it? Guys, ask yourself, what did you invest in this business? You invested the price of food that nourishes you, that makes you better than you were before, that you're going to pay for anyways. I opened my own gym, right? My husband and I invested tens of thousands of dollars, as well as probably hundreds of thousands of hours. We don't own that gym anymore. Long story, not even going to go there. We were partnered up with another couple. But what I am saying is at the end of the day, when we closed those doors, we put a ton of money into it and we didn't get anything back. We lost a lot of money to build a brick and mortar store, right? You guys are investing really nothing but the price of your products and the price of your food. So I see people all the time. I see them, they're like, I only made, you know, $600 this month, or this, that, and the other. I'm like, but what, you know, what did you put into it? And if you continue to do that and you continue to put that time in each and every day, what you can get out of this is remarkable. I've never seen a barrier to entry so small, but that's also why we get a bad stigma as network marketing, because it's so small. There's so many naysayers out there that say that doesn't work. And you know, the naysayers out there that say that doesn't work, they're the ones that didn't show up every day. They're the ones that weren't doing the do. They're the ones that said I was showing up every day and all they were doing is reading personal development books. I'm all about personal development, guys, but you need to prioritize. We need, like, game changer. Like, the only thing I will not go to bed by not doing, it's not because I didn't do my daily meditation. It's not because I didn't read 10 pages in a book. And I try to do all of these things every day, but I absolutely non-negotiable is my IPAs, my income producing activities. That is getting on the phone with people. That is messaging people. That is following up with people. That's talking to people about reordering. Okay? That is going to produce you revenue. And remember, if you are a party of one right now because no one's on your team, it's okay. We all started there. I did too. I now have a team of over 3,000 people, but I started as a single party of one. Or you have 30,000 people following you right now. Whoever you are on this call, wherever you are in your stage, your business, anyone that's following you is only going to do 50% of what you're doing. So if you're showing up every day, or you're showing up only on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, they're only going to show up on half of those days. You're only going to get them 2 days a week compared to your 4 days a week. So what do you want to be what do you want to be duplicated? Ask yourself that question. I need to show up as the leader that I want to build. And if I'm not showing up and I'm not being consistent and I'm not reaching out and I'm not doing the scary things, your business is not going to be anything. And we're the only variable on this call, each and every one of us, the only variable is us. I don't have any special skill set. I went to school for engineering, okay? This was not for me. But this is what I do, is I have a passion, I have a fire in my belly, and I know we have a hold of something so remarkable that can change so many people's lives, so much bigger than my engineering job is ever gonna give me. I didn't see that before. And now I'm like, I have something that is going to create a ripple effect. A massive ripple effect. If I've been able to touch over 3,000 people in less than 2 years of being in this business, what can I do? I've been working in corporate America, guys, for 18 years. Imagine what I can do. And it's not that it's just going to be 3,000 every year. Remember, this is the compound effect. How fast will your penny double? Right? It's doing that little bit every day. Like, has anyone ever read The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy? Awesome, awesome book. If I could suggest a great book, it talks all about this, guys. It's not about going and saying, I'm going to read a novel this weekend. It's saying, hey, listen, I'm going to read 5 pages every day. And over the course of the year, you're going to read 6 books. It's not saying, hey, listen, today I'm only going to have 500 calories so I can lose a pound. It's saying, hey, every day I'm going to cut out 150 calories. And at the end of the year, I'm going to lose 7 pounds. Whatever that is, it's the little bit every day. Guys, it takes 21 to 28 days to make a habit. Why are our systems 30 days? It's to get people on a habit. People that sign up for the 9-day, we're not creating a habit with them. We're creating a quick fix. And if that's how you want to run your business, it's going to be a sprint. You probably can make a lot of money real fast, but it's not going to be a long-term vision. And if you guys are on this call, I know it's because you see something so much further, not just a month from now or 6 months from now, or it's 6 years from now, 16 years from now, what this company will do for you and for your family and the legacy you want to leave. But whatever that is, every single day, come to the table with your DMO. What is your DMO? Your daily mode of operation. Okay, that comes from my operation brain, like my engineering brain. But every day, what are the non-negotiables you are going to do The minute that, your head gets off that pillow, and the minute you put it back to the pillow, and you are not going to compromise that. If your child was on the other side of a burning bridge, you would find any way to get across that bridge. That's how you have to treat this business. It doesn't mean it has to be hard every day. It just means it has to be a little bit every day. You're not going to have a win every day. There's going to be some weeks that are going to suck. They are going to be horrible. You're going to want to throw the towel in and say, this business doesn't work. I got rejected 9,033 times. Like, it's okay. It's not supposed to be that way every day. And that's why so many people jump off this boat and say, hey, it's not worth it. But if you're doing that little bit every day, let me tell you, you keep that funnel full. If anyone on this call feels the roller coaster, some days I love it. Some days I hate it. Some days I love it. Some days I hate it. Some days I love it. I mean, is anyone willing to admit some days you feel that way? Ask yourself the question. You don't have to answer this. Are you being consistent? Because if you're not being consistent, you're going to feel those highs and lows, that roller coaster, a lot more than other people, because that funnel gets dry. And what I will challenge all of you to do is pick up the phone more. Get on the phone with people. Reach out to people. I reach out to people every single day. So when I started this business, I said, I want to grow, and I want to grow fast. So I went to my upline, and she says, oh, we have this, 10 people a day reach out to, three nice reach outs, 3 follow-ups, 4 new people, start doing that every day. I said, well, I want to go fast. And I said, I'm going to triple that. So I challenged myself, 30 people every day. Now, some of that may say so scary, so horrible, like I cannot do that, Erika. It's okay. That was my goal. Your goal right now, maybe you're doing 3 people a day, make it 9. You're like, oh my God, I can't do that. You didn't think that you could ride a bike, right, when you were 5. You didn't think you could run that marathon, right? Like, you didn't think you would ever make it to that point. You didn't think that you were ever going to get that promotion at work. What did it take? It took hard work. It took consistency, right? People can't go to the gym and say, hey, listen, I'm going to show up just on Sundays and feel awesome, right? They're going to feel horrible because they haven't run all week, and they show up on Sunday and they try to give it all. And they're exhausted. So any of you that are trying to do a sprint on 1 day a week, or a full out like marathon 1 day a week, it's so much easier to do a little bit every day. And that little bit every day, it's like a habit, right? It's like teaching your kids, brush your teeth 2 times a day, brush your teeth 2 times a day, brush your teeth 2 times a day, right? All of a sudden, we don't as adults think about that. Well, hopefully most of you don't. But it just became a habit of ours. And that's what it's come to me. So you ask me, how do I do that? I go to the gym. I'm an Orange Theory fan. Anyone an Orange Theory fan here? Anyone know what I'm talking about? Anyways, it's a gym. On my way to the gym every morning, I'm on the phone leaving birthday messages. Why am I leaving birthday messages? Because I'm spreading goodness. You know what else it does? It reminds me about people that I haven't reached out to. It's putting my feed back into their loop, but it's become a habit. There's not one day I don't do birthday messages. There's days there's 15 people's birthdays. I'm like, oh, but I do it anyways. And you know what it does? It brings me so much goodness back, because I'll tell you that out of those 15, maybe 3 of them will get back to me and say, thank you so much. You totally made my day. You know what? That's all that matters. And maybe it opens up a conversation. You never know. And on my way back from the gym, I am reaching out to people. I'm following up with people. I'm on my voicemail. I'm constantly trying to set up calls. I'm trying to get people on the phone. Do not message people back and forth 9,000 times. If people are interested and they truly want to do this, get them on the phone. If they don't, it's not their time, and it's okay. They will come back around, and they are watching you. But same with consistency, and I know we're running out of time here, is show up every day on social media. People are watching your stories and your posts every day. I cannot tell you how many people have come back to me and been like, I have been watching you. I had a girl today. I literally thought she sailed into the sunset and maybe moved to Antarctica or the moon. And she reached out to me. She's like, your stories have been so inspiring to me. I can't tell you how long I've been watching them. And I'm like, I had no idea. I had no idea she even was in existence. I thought, she was when, like I said, to Antarctica, no idea she was even around anymore. And so people are watching. People want to see you there, right? They want to see you there each and every day, right? It's like, I'm not going to go to a grocery store that's open from 2 to 4 p.m. Even if they have the best produce and the best groceries and the best prices, I'm going to go to the grocery store that's open 24 hours, right? Because they're open, they're consistent, they're always there for me. You need to be that leader. You need to be that coach. You need to be that person to your business, and your paycheck will reflect. But remember, whatever you do right now is going to lead 3 months from now. So don't expect next week all of a sudden you're like, well, hey, Erika told me if I did this for a week. No. It takes that little bit every day. And maybe that's a half an hour for one of you. Maybe that's 3 hours for another one of you, but use it smartly. You do not need to put 8 hours into this business every day to make it successful. I certainly don't. But know and be so intentional and make sure that time really, really matters. So at the end of the day, guys, what I want to leave you with is you guys are on such an incredible team. You have one of the most amazing leaders, and I feel so honored to be able to work with her and talk to her, and just, you guys are so lucky. This business is so incredibly awesome, and you guys know that. You guys showed up tonight. I don't have to tell you something you already know. But whatever you're doing, if you feel stuck right now, if you're in total momentum, ask yourself, am I being consistent? And you know what my consistency came down to at the beginning? Literally, at the beginning of my build, it was me showing up every day. And this is how I held myself accountable, and I still do almost 2 years later. Okay, it's this notebook. Every day, who I'm reaching out to. Some of you, this scares the bejeebas out of you. You're like, oh my God, that's a lot of names. Whatever your name. But you know what? This held me, because every day when I look at my notebook and those names aren't on there, who am I looking at? Who the only person I can blame right here. And there's going to be a day that I can't do it, but that next day I better double up. Or that next day I better show up and make sure that I'm going to give it its time. So at the end of the day, guys, hold yourself accountable. Be consistent. Know that you guys are on one of the most amazing rocket ships. There is so much goodness. There's so many people that are so desperate for these products and for this business opportunity. You have to share. Speaking of the grocery store, the woman that checked me out, I walked into her aisle the other morning. Good morning, how are you? This and the other. No intent of thinking about her for Isogenics. You know what she said? Her first words that she mumbled out of me to me was said, I said, how are you? She goes, living the dream. And then she mumbled and she goes, someone else's dream. I said, what do you mean by that? She goes, oh, I just wish I could like pay for my horses. Like, she owns horses. She goes, I wish my boyfriend and I have always wanted to go to Disney World. I don't know. She like rambled off a couple things and said, listen, I have no idea if this would be for you, but I have something that I think could be really interesting to you. I know you're working right now. I totally want to respect your time. Are you on Facebook? I would love to connect with you. At the end of the day, this may not be for you, but I would be so remiss not to share something that's changed my life. That was the end of the conversation. I got her Facebook name. We exchanged some messages. That's all. Don't make it weird. If you genuinely feel that someone can help, what's the worst they're going to say? No, I'm not on Facebook. No, I don't want to share my name. No, you're a weirdo, man. Please get out of my line. No coupons for you. So you know what? Like, don't be afraid. Because you know what? She could be my next runner. I might make her trip come to Disney World. I might make her be able to pay for her horses. I don't know. But by me not sharing is so selfish of me. So guys, thank you so much for letting me speak tonight. I hope I didn't overwhelm anyone. Hopefully this was good stuff. I don't know if there was any questions here that I missed.
There aren't any questions, Erika, because I think everybody was just like, listening to you. It was just awesome. You guys, if you can throw your love and gratitude in the chat for Erika, I will make sure that I copy it and I'll send it to you, girl. But I just thank you for pouring from your heart, and just saying what needs to be said. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. We have the most amazing gift with Isogenics. I mean, it is just like, I am fired up. I'm like, I didn't send enough messages today. I got to go now. Like, I'm going to go send more because I'm going to double up. You know, it's just like, because we can do it. We can do it. Everybody can do it. And that's the thing is, the bottom line is if you don't do it, it doesn't feel good. But when you do it, it feels good because we do.
And I think one of the things too is stop playing small. Stop playing in your little sandbox. Go out to bigger waters. Go out to those scary people on your list. What do you have to lose, right?
We got everything to gain. That's what we got. I love it. 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 So yes. So Erika, thank you again so much. We're a little bit over time, but that's okay. I think everybody. That's no. That's fine. Everybody found amazing value in it, and the chat's blowing up. So I'll make sure that these get to you. But thank you so much for your time, and you know, just consistency is key, and it totally pays off. You know, and I love that you hit on IPAs. That's actually what I'm going to be training on with the Race to Retreat. So I took some notes. So.
And I always say it's not the beer, because my husband loves IPAs.
Right.
So don't start making those consistent.
I love it. I love it. All right. Does anybody have any, I mean, everybody's still here. Does anybody have something they want to say or ask in person to Erika? Or do we all feel pretty good? The chat is totally blowing up. I can't wait to share it with you. All right. I think we're good, girl. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll talk to you in like 3 minutes. All right. Everybody. All right, everybody. I'll drop this recording in our thread. Everybody have an awesome evening. Let's do it. Let's do the do. All right. Bye. Love you guys. Everybody have a good night. Bye.